dated her, and we're going to get into your business and we're going to get into more about you. What is Morgan's type? I mean, you're very pretty. Kyle's pretty.
I
mean, you
I
could
don't
ask me
know.
about my exes. I can basically tell you their type.
Well, if I can't, I don't know. Older, and I know she was. I don't know. I don't really know because I've seen some of her exes, and they're kind of all over the place. I mean, as far as like, I would say like me, but like I said, they've kind of been like, not. I don't know. I don't. Is that weird? I don't know.
It's not like one specific.
I mean, older women. That's all I know specifically.
Well, Kyle is older than her.
Yeah.
So there.
I'm older than her too.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Not older than Kyle.
No. No.
Morgan.
Okay. Did she, after she met Kyle, I'm just curious, did she ever say, look what, like, here's a ring, here's a car, was there ever like a lavish gift that came along?
From Morgan?
From Kyle to Morgan, because Kyle has a lot of money. Sometimes we give our friends or whoever gifts.
Wow, that's a good question. No, not that I'm aware of. Although I think that did come later. Maybe, possibly.
You know, I mean, again, we all
not
would
while
love...
we were together that I'm aware of.
I mean, it's my fantasy, like you say. We all want to become best friends with a Beverly Hills housewife, and then we all want to, into this friendship, open the door and have, like, I don't know, a car, a ring, a gift, a Birkin, a Louis. I mean, I'll settle for, a small Dior bag. I'm just asking if maybe one day you came home and you're like, why is there a huge, like, Louis Vuitton bag in the middle of the room, and where did that come from?
That'd be nice. Where do I find one of those?
Seriously. I mean, sign me up. So I'm just, curious.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of.
Do you believe, just in your opinion, you have nothing to do with this, but do you, in your opinion, think like Kyle and Mauricio's like separation announcement has anything to do with Morgan?
I have no idea. No clue.
Are you going to be watching next season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
No,
really?
I will not.
Did you watch every season? Like, did you watch last season? Were you still watching it?
No. I haven't really been much of a TV watcher since Temptation Island.
Really?
Yeah.
Did that experience just turn you off to reality TV?
I mean, a little bit, but I think it was more just like my lifestyle changed. Like I just became not much of a TV watcher. I started my business. I went through a complete paradigm shift, a lot of growth, a lot of change. Really just became a totally different person, which, was definitely a good thing. And so, just like with that change of who I became, TV just like, even now, like I still just have a hard time like turning on the TV. Like I make myself sometimes like, okay, it's a Friday night, like turn on the TV, like watch something, like, because I have all these on Netflix. You have your list.
Yeah.
Like I've got like my list, and they're just piling up of all the shows I want to watch. Or like somebody like, oh, you have to see this, or blah blah blah, and I'll add it to my list, but then I just never like watch it. But
was it because of Temptation Island that you kind of just said, or just really like business and everything else?
I think it was, like I said, a combo. I think just it was hard, especially at first. It was hard to watch reality TV and have it and look at it in the same light. Like I constantly just think about production now. Like I think about like logistics and I wonder, okay, what's going on behind the scenes, more of like on a production level. And I watch it from a different lens now. But like I said, really. And then you get older too. Like you get older and you just kind of like stop caring about Real Housewives, Like,
oh, I know.
Like I've tried to watch it a little bit here and there, even like not Beverly Hills, but even just like other seasons or other like franchises. But I'm just like, God, this is like, I don't know, like these women are arguing about the dumbest shit, and there are so much more important things in life. And I'm like, really, this is what we're talking about? It's cringe, you know. It's hard to it's hard to let that enter my mind space.
Do you know, so like now there's this whole thing. Have you heard of like Bethany Frankel's Reality Reckoning? Have you heard of all of this?
No.
Like she's starting, there's like the SAG-AFTRA strike.
Yes.
That's happening. And so Bethany has come forward and she is calling for a reality reckoning, which she wants reality TV. There's a lot of parts to it. I mean, she's gotten lawyers involved. Like she basically wants something about residuals.
Yeah, residual. I heard a little bit about that.
Unfair, like working conditions for reality people.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about that.
Applied with alcohol, forced, like encouraged to like hook up and like.
Oh yeah.
So. Like,
oh my God! Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Right.
Yes. We starved. We'd have a lot of alcohol. They'd take food out of our hands. It's psychological warfare. Yes. When I say encouraged to hook up, I literally had head producers come down and scream in my face to do stuff.
Like what? Like were you in your room? Like someone just knocked on the door and said, "Get up, we have to talk to you."
Yeah.
Today is a boring ass shoot.
Or we'd be sitting on the couch and producer would storm in there and fucking grill us like.
And like, what would they want to do? Like, was it?
They want some action. Yeah.
And on Temptation Island, I imagine action is like. I'd say
this is, make out, hook up, whatever. They want something to happen. And I'm like, I was like, this is my, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm going to be authentic to exactly who I am. I'm not holding back, but that is not what I would be doing. That's not what I want to do.
Right.
And like they thought, oh, you're holding back. That was always their thing, oh, you're not being real. No, I am being real, because the real me wouldn't just start making out with this person.
Right. You're like, I just don't want to make out with
this
person.
Literally.
And then would you get in trouble if you didn't do it? Like, would they just go on to the next person, or would they just berate you and just be like, or did you ever get threatened, like, we're going to cut you from the show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like how so? Like go and make out with someone, or we're going to cut you from the show?
I definitely think the singles had it harder when it came to that, and like the pressure that they were told that things that they wanted to be done. But yeah, they definitely threatened to kick people off the show, not specifically for like, oh, you need to make out with this person or we're going to kick you off. Not that I didn't hear that specifically, although I don't doubt that would happen. But, definitely like, you need to stop talking about production, for example. Okay, so one of the things is like, that was a big thing we got in trouble for, is you can't talk about production. Meaning if you, this is so long ago, my